Hi, I'm Katrina Hobbs and welcome to 3D Planet. This is Oman, a country with a long and proud cultural heritage and a land of spectacular visual beauty. Now, not too many people know about Oman, so let's discover it together. And just remember to wear your 3D glasses whenever you see the symbol showing. Oman is the oldest state in Arabia, its history tracing back thousands of years. Home of Sindbad the Sailor and the biblical frankincense trade, the Sultanate was one of the earliest nations to establish relations with the West and still enjoys nearly 2 centuries of friendship. Join us on a journey through the mythical Arabia Felix, where you'll discover ancient Arabian heritage and stunning scenery in an exotic, unspoiled land. You'll enjoy bustling Arab souqs, whose exotic goods and spice-laden atmosphere will leave lasting memories. The pages of time fall away as we trace the ancient frankincense roots of Dhofar, where powerful Omani lords once controlled the prized incense trade. You'll be amazed by the aquatic plenty that abounds in the crystal blue waters of the Arabian Sea, and together we'll discover the true magic of the Omani seafaring tradition, past and present, as we sail the majestic dhow. And we'll meet the Omanis themselves, a proud and serene people with a close connection to the heritage of their forefathers and a belief in their social culture and a trust in the future. Come and taste Oman's rich heritage, kept alive and unchanged for generations, and experience the essence of the Middle East's best-kept secret. The Sultanate of Oman is located on the southeastern tip of the Arabian Peninsula. It has an area of roughly 300,000 square kilometres, with a population of only 2.2 million people. Our journey begins where the east coast meets the Arabian Sea, in Oman's beautiful capital, Muscat. Set against a dramatic backdrop of rugged coastal mountains and flanked by its romantic twin Portuguese forts, Muscat has been the capital of Oman for centuries. Her ancient charm frames Sultan Qaboos's colourful and elegant Al Alam Palace. On the 4th of May 2001, the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque was open. With a total capacity of up to 20,000 worshippers, the main Musalla alone holds over 6,500 people, with its central dome rising 50 metres above the floor. These 14 very strange-looking objects are in fact cannons, and at the end of the 19th century, the Indian governor gave them as a present to the then Sultan. Unfortunately, he wasn't terribly impressed with the gift and decided to put them to another use. Oman's ancient civilization is still evident all over the country, with over 500 forts, castles and towers bearing proud witness to a turbulent past. A few kilometres west of Muscat lies Matra, the commercial heart of the capital area. Set in a natural harbour, wealthy merchants built their houses along the seashore known as the Corniche. Matra has retained its importance as a port, and its old heart, the fish market, beats as strongly as ever. The Omanis are genuinely friendly, and they're renowned for their good manners, generosity and sincerity. A visit to the innumerable markets of Oman is one of the best ways to meet the people and to catch a glimpse of their daily lives. Today, Oman is one of the most exciting countries to visit in Arabia, yet it was, for many centuries, one of the world's most closed countries. Prior to 1970, there were no schools, no newspapers, no radios or television in Muscat. Sultan Qaboos bin Said is Oman's well-respected ruler. He ascended to the throne in 1970 and in the space of 30 years has transformed his country into one which boasts a modern, innovative and stable economy, but one that is built upon the country's ancient heritage, culture and Islamic principles. In Bait al-Zubair Museum, I spoke to Zayed bin Mohammed al-Zubair, whose father in 1998 opened his house as a museum to showcase Omani heritage. You will have seen an enormous amount of change even in your time of Oman coming into the sort of 21st century.
Definitely. I think that is one of the major challenges we have, is trying to stick to our traditions and maintain them and so on. And I think Bait al-Zubair itself acts on that, and it gives us an opportunity to actually look back at our tradition and try to save it for the next generations to come.
And how do you see Oman moving forwards in the future?
I think it is going through maybe a difficult time with your modernization, like your mobile phones, your computers and so on. And for generations like us, I think it is quite tough, and I think it's good to hold on and maintain some of the past experiences, at least.
Tell me how you feel personally about your future in Oman.
I think I'm quite looking forward to the future. I'm carrying with me quite a bit from the past, and I'm really looking forward to a beautiful future.
Leaving Muscat, we head south along the rugged coastline to the fishing town of Sur. On the way, we pass Wadi Tiwi, a true oasis in this beautiful but barren coastal landscape. Wadi means valley in Arabic, and they dissect and run through the mountains of Oman. They are mainly dry, however a few have water year-round, and these wadis are wonderlands of luscious greenery amidst idyllic settings. Centuries ago, rural villages formed around these fertile oases, and today the pace still runs as slowly as the water itself. But many villages in Oman lie high on the arid mountain slopes, and I was curious as to how they get their water that is so necessary to sustain life. The answer goes back thousands of years to when Persian settlers introduced an incredible system of tapping the mountain's precious underground water. Canals such as this are known as a falaj, and through an intricate system they bring water to some of the most isolated villages. And as it hasn't rained in some of these villages for up to 4 years, this truly is the lifeblood of rural Oman. As the sun rises over the natural harbour city of Sur, it heralds in another day for her majestic dhows. For centuries, dhows plied the western trading routes of the Indian Ocean and were instrumental in Oman's important commercial links between Asia and Africa. The variety and array of the fish on offer is, for the outsider, mind-boggling. More than 150 species of fish and crustaceans have been identified in Oman's plentiful waters. As the attraction grew for fiberglass boats with powerful outboard engines, the great dhow itself was in danger of slipping into extinction. A whole culture was fading into history, and the knowledge and the legends that were handed down from father to son were slowly dying. The shipyards fell silent, and the proud seamen of Oman were in danger of becoming victims of the modern world so new to them. Thankfully in Sur, the dhows of Oman are experiencing a rebirth, and the shipyards are busy again. Dhows are being restored, renovated and built anew, using methods handed down by word of mouth over generations. Seafarers are once again being drawn by the advantages of these sturdy, shallow-keeled vessels, realizing that they will still be seaworthy long after fiberglass has deteriorated and cracked in the harsh Omani sunlight. Recently, the dhow building industry found another method of survival: tourism. Here in the rugged fjords of Musandam, dhow tours provide for a relaxing day of spectacular scenery in an aquatic wonderland. Ibra is a small town near Sur, and on Wednesday mornings its souk is open to all, as long as you're female. It's the only souk in Oman which lends itself totally to the needs of women. Some women still choose to wear the traditional mask or burqa according to their tribe or custom. Their faces are protected from the scorching Omani sun, and some believe they accentuate alluring features. Wearing very colourful clothing arranged in loose and flowing layers, the women casually consider the cosmetics, powders, textiles and perfumes on offer. Of course, it's something of a social gathering too. From Sur, we head inland to the mountain city of Nizwa, where on Friday mornings another special market can be found, the Nizwa Animal Market. Every week, early in the morning, buyers and sellers meet here under the shade of the palm trees. When their time comes, the animals are led around in a circle in the centre of the marketplace. In and around this circle sit the potential buyers, who study the animals with knowledgeable gazes. Those interested wave to the owner, and the haggling starts. Round and around go the sellers, loudly voicing their offer until the best price is found and agreed to. The life and activity of this market is a joy to behold. From the hustle and bustle of the auction, with its wheelings and dealings, to the sometimes obstinate behaviour of the animals themselves, which often provides great amusement for the spectators. But you have to get up early. By 9 o'clock, it's all over. This man is wearing Omani national dress, the most striking feature of which is the khanjar, a type of dagger unique to Oman. Every man is extremely proud of his khanjar as it symbolises his courage, his origins and his deep-rooted traditions.
What he's making here is, as you can see, part of the handle of the khanjar. It's so beautiful. I don't know if you can see it from there, but all the intricate little wielding that he's done, and basically he takes a really soft piece of silver and heats it, and then he can make it malleable to make all these beautiful little designs in here. It's unbelievable.
All the methods and processes used are purely traditional and are centuries old.
Now what he's doing behind me is the beginning stage of the detailing, and this is the intermediate phase. So it's going to take him quite a while, I think, to get from there to here.
No two khanjars are the same. They are custom made to represent each man's character and spirit, be he farmer, merchant or king. Near Nizwa in Wadi bin Awi, I stumbled across a less well-known regional industry, honeybees. Following an age-old method of production, the beekeepers use hollowed-out 3-foot lengths of date palm trunks as the form for the hives. The ends are sealed with a stone and pure ash.
You yourself in.
To create a new hive, a piece of honeycomb is removed from one hive and carefully placed in another log and sealed. However, great sensitivity and instinctive timing is called for in this process, which is not always successful and can mark the end of a previously healthy hive. Some of the bees follow their sense of smell to the new log and a new hive is born. Twice a year, the harvest is the most natural of honeys, golden and pure. Our last stop is Oman's southernmost city, Salalah. Enclosed by the mountains of Dhofar, every summer the coastal plains are cooled by the monsoons that sweep up from the Indian Ocean. Camels are still highly prized in Oman, but their best days go back to the time of the glorious frankincense trade routes. Thanks to the camel, a complex trade network evolved to transport the priceless frankincense resins from these remote valleys to exotic faraway markets where kings and emperors vied for the finest grades. Over 2,000 years ago, the centre of this trade was here, in a place called Khor Ruri. Now in ruins, there's little to see of the once great and powerful port town that grew from one of the most prosperous trading routes in the history of mankind. So what is frankincense and where does it come from? The answer brought me to this arid wadi in the mountains of southern Oman. These dry and unremarkable looking trees provided the means to build empires and establish prosperous trading routes. Their harvest was as valuable as gold, and to this day they are still known as the tears of the gods. The Boswellia sacred tree grows nowhere else, and Sheikh Muzalim bin Rihaba Jidad and his family, who own these trees, have been harvesting here seemingly since time began. So this is how you get the frankincense to come out?
Today come little and tomorrow more and after tomorrow more, after 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, every day they come.
Okay.
It's okay.
Look at that, it feels so soft. It's almost like gum, isn't it? Yeah, it's good.
The songs are of praise, respect and thanks. When dry, the frankincense is collected and bagged ready for the markets. Frankincense still holds an important place in the lives and traditions of the Omani people, and in fact the entire Arabian world. Clothes are aerated, rooms in houses and offices are perfumed, and it's commonly believed that its vapour holds wide-ranging medicinal benefits. I'm going on a boat ride to join in on the end-of-year bonanza in Sadr, a small fishing town east of Salalah. Mohammed and Saif are local fishermen, and their catch is paralleled in only a few places in the world. During the 2 months of November and December, the coastal waters in the southern tip of Oman turn into a veritable gold mine, yielding an unbelievably rich harvest of a premium marine delicacy, abalone. It's a tough job though. Saif must dive without the aid of oxygen tanks. It's been a hard morning's work, but a successful one. The guys are happy. Over the centuries, one of the harshest lands in the world gave rise to probably the most respected equestrian race, the Arabian horse, renowned for its beauty, stamina and intelligence. The Omani people's long and turbulent history is shared with the horse. In the mid-1970s, Sultan Qaboos formed the Royal Cavalry of Oman, accepting only horses with the purest Omani bloodline. They're adorned in brightly coloured saddlery and glistening silver jewellery, while the various uniforms of the men echo the vibrant hues of the land itself: yellow for the desert sands and blue for the sea. The history of Oman is as rugged and varied as the landscape itself. But as they move into the 21st century, Oman is flourishing by weaving a seldom found combination of their heritage, their traditions, and their future. But for now, I'll look forward to seeing you on our next 3D adventure.